So it's not really fair to anybody. I mean, it's fair to me. It's not really fair to you guys. Well, oops. I do love Malf's emotes. Malf 04. Malf well. Extremely good emote game. Get the grappling hook. I don't have the modification station, so I don't believe I can get the grappling hook. Well, scan the modification station. I don't know where it is. People said go explore this cave down here for scannables. That's where we're at. There's a whole flowchart associated with the progress so far. It's not down there? Where is it? I'm going down there, boys. You can just make it in the moon pool. Hold on. Hold on. Can you search this? Yo, can you just cool it on the whole? Listen up, brother. You don't want any part of this. You come around here, you flash a piece on the lanes again, I'll take it from you and shove it so far up your ass and pull the trigger till it goes click. That's right. You get out of here. You can make it in the Cyclops Fabricator. Actually sent a chill all the way down my spinal cord. I'm not even gonna save, because like we're only like 2 minutes away. So if this ends up being a disaster, whatever. We just reload at the Cyclops. What is this right here? Look down at your elbows. Looks like me in the gym. Trying to do that weird chest fly on the pseudo Bowflex. Here we go, boys. That's a corpse, my man. That's scary. Lore. How's the gym been going? Dude, thanks for asking. It's been going well. I got a lot of people saying, like, build a second base here. Wonder how much titanium I have in the prawn suit storage? I don't know. Scan it? Alright. I'm just worried there's a caustic environment down here. Yeah, it's been good. That's basically all there is to say. I'm getting stronger. You know, it's been about a month and a half. There's some visible change, but you know, for a long time I've been feeling way better, which is positive. You know, it's been good all around. I'm being deliberately vague, because the next time, like, a picture of me comes out, I just want you to be like, whoa, what happened to NL? When did Vin Diesel get here? Are you dieting as well? Not really, but sort of, I guess, is the answer. I'm just making healthier options. I basically, like, it pretty much has handled itself in the sense that, like, you know, I do a decent amount of cardio. I don't eat like garbage in general, and I haven't drank since, like, October, I guess. So it's been like just 5 months of that, basically, has basically, I mean, it's sorted me out in a good way. Please. I want the titanium. Is this special coral? Ah! How's your knee? Still terrible. And I've only noticed the knee cartilage issue now that I've been lifting weights again. But like on a squat, the knee cartilage is fine. On a on lunges, dude. The knee cartilage after like maybe like my third or fourth lunge, it's just like I don't want to bring you back. And I'm like, you got to bring me back. And then it's like, fine, but please stop. Gotta get on that knee brace life. You might be right. You might be right. Also should probably just have like a scan done. I don't even know what scan it would be. An MRI or something like that. But like, I just never... Yo! We gotta get there. You know, I injured my knee and then just never got it checked out and it just healed. You know, or I thought it healed at least. And then, you know, we're like 5 years on from that, and I'm doing lifts, and I'm like, man, my knee kind of hurts. Like, yeah, no kidding. Who would have thought? You think we can make it? Dude, we're making it. How'd you injure it? There's two answers to that question. I definitely injured it while running. But I exacerbated the injury because when I started to feel the pain, I was like 6 or 7 kilometers away from home. And I was like, I'm just gonna walk back. And then as I, you know, walked, it got increasingly more painful. But I was essentially I was on the beach. So like, there was nothing for me to do. I can't like call a taxi and be like, hey, pick me up, I'm in the sand. So I felt like I'll just walk it back. But then by the time I got back, I was like, my leg does not work. So I just recorded a couple of Isaacs and then, you know, it sorted itself out eventually. And here we are.
This alien structure appears to have collapsed to the sea floor.
Hello, friends. Did your knee hurt when you were biking? No, not really. It's only when there's like
linguistic analysis reads. Caution.
It's only when there's a weight on it, basically. So like biking, there's resistance, but not much weight. like, I don't know what it is. Again, like, squats, relatively fine, but lunges, my knee is just, like, frig off. I'm in, boys. Hello, I would like to enter your facility. Positive reviews, etc., etc. Yeah. 98% positive reviews, but the texture glitched out. Why didn't they just use the universal tool to make sure your textures never glitch out? It's just that easy. Who tested this game? Well, you know, just don't look. If you don't see them, they don't see you. Hello. What's your opinion on the movie Dazed and Confused? What a remarkable coincidence. Because I was thinking about another series of Richard Linklater films today. The Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Before Midnight trilogy. And I was like, man, it's been forever since I've seen those. Let me get some oxygen back.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But Dazed and Confused is not one of my favorite Richard Linklater films, but I do like it. I really like Richard Linklater in general. Like, I thought Bernie was really good, even though every time... Here's how much I like Bernie, is I keep mentioning it, even though every time you mention it, someone's going to say Bernie Sanders. And I've heard the joke 100 times, but I'll still mention it. And I think Everybody Wants Some, that came out in, like, 2015, was, like... I really enjoyed that. But, believe it or not, I haven't seen Boyhood yet. Weird, right? Dude, where the hell is this door? I just want to go inside. Ah! There it is. There. 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 Thank you.
Interior walls in this section are substantially reinforced, indicating the designers were seeking either to keep something out or contain it within. Whatever their intention, it clearly failed.
Alright, I'm gonna get some oxygen, and then I'm gonna come back in. Or maybe I'll just bring the prawn suit in. That seems way better. Now we've got to find a way out, because, like, I've made progress. What's your favorite exercise to do? I mean, I enjoy some of the big lifts. Like, I like squats. Deadlift as well, yeah. Bench, I don't know. My arms are like, my chest in particular is extremely weak, like a little baby. So every time I do, I mean, it's getting better. But when I bench press, I feel like I'm about 9 years old. But maybe one day. Just do steroids. Yeah, okay, that's one opportunity. I suppose that's a course of action I could take, but strikes me as, you know, there's multiple reasons I wouldn't take steroids. One of them is definitely that I would have to get in amazing shape, or I would just feel like a big old dummy. They'd be like, "You take steroids and you look like this? What's wrong with you?"
Integrating new PDA data.
It's too much pressure. And then, of course, the potential health risks. Rib cage. Just get an O2. Scan this. It's not scannable, my dudes. Oh, it's the head of the Leviathan?
Residual biological evidence suggests indigenous life forms were brought to this location and subjected to intensive study.
Warper parts. Okay.
Data pertaining to the bacterium is being downloaded. Caution. Detecting atypical fluctuations in blood plasma proteins.
Nah.
Self-scan is strongly advised. Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
Progress, dude. Well, that was gross. Let's go get some oxygen and then go back. My knee disease. It's spreading. Oh, there you go. Anyway, you know, it just feels good. I'm not going to belabor the point, but as everybody always says, I wish I started doing it earlier, because it's good for mental clarity, you know? I was having like a stressful week last week, and I was like, man, there's a lot of like big stuff on the go right now. This is prior to the YouTube announcement. Don't worry about that. But like, you know, I just went down and I went on like a bike ride for like an hour, and I was like, you know, it doesn't make the stress go away, but I feel better equipped to handle it for whatever reason. So I'll always recommend it. You know, I know it's like a stereotype where people are like, oh, you got clinical depression, huh? Have you tried exercising? Oh no, where am I? But also simultaneously, like, you know, have you tried exercising? Have you seen the latest in a nutshell? I don't even know what that means. Is it a podcast? One of those newfangled podcasts? You've got everything critical here. Let's go then. Get me out of here. It's Kurzagast. Oh, no. I watch Kurzagast when my wife goes, hey, there's a new Kurzagast video. She puts it on. But sometimes she watches them alone, which is also cool. But when she watches them together, I see Kurzgot's videos. And when she doesn't, I don't. Locked, huh? Alrighty. Yeah, I didn't bring a tablet with me, so I don't know if I can actually... Oh. No, I didn't bring a tablet with me. I spawned one in for this. Austin. Just when I thought you couldn't sink to any deeper depths, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. Get out of the way, dude! No! We easily could have made that. But then, I would have missed out on this thing. Yo! If I can't see you, you can't see me. I don't think that's anything. So how do you plan to get back up? It's a very great question that I hope to answer by way of my gameplay. Yeah, you fools think I would have come here without an exit plan? You've just made me use 10% of my real power. Okay, so here's what you do. It's called a punch jump. You go like this. Gives you a little extra boost. Sorry, I got caught on the texture. Here we go, brother. As soon as you get high enough, use your power to coast. Genius. Face me. We could probably fly infinitely as a result of this. Only 300 more meters to climb. Yeah, and apparently this is not even like the right direction. So, you know, it's a whole thing. You know, it's one of those things, I think maybe you gotta go down to go up. Remember when Michael Jackson said, too high to get over, too low to get under? That's where we're at right here. So, oh, I remember, we came down this way. This is fine. We came down through the gates. I remember the waterfall. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song? I think there's a few real answers. Won't Get Fooled Again. That's a really good one. Man in the Mirror. I love it. Smooth Criminal, love it. Bad, good, wouldn't be on my list, but a good song, I wouldn't disagree. Billie Jean, it's a classic. I actually just think maybe I've heard it too much. Because that's like, I'm not going to say it's a bad song, that's ignorant. Smooth Criminal kind of sucks. I disagree with you on that, but that's, you know, takes all kinds. The Way You Make Me Feel, dude, that's a little bit of a deep cut. As much as you can get into a deep cut for perhaps, you know, arguably one of the most popular well, not even arguably the most popular artist of all time, or at least the top few. You know, The Way You Make Me Feel, you don't hear that one on the radio too much. The way you make me feel, the way you make me feel, you get me feeling so good, get me feeling so good. Oh. So here's the problem. Get to the top of the tree on your left, then find the roots near the top. Your goal is to land on those. Okay. Understood, brother. The only Michael Jackson song I like is I Want You Back. That's the Jackson 5. Not Michael Jackson. But it extremely bangs. No doubt about that. I was doing it. I was stuck. No fighting, please. No. I'm on. I'm off. Okay, that's fine. Just recover. Wedge yourself in the little joist here. Crap. Let's try again. Could go up, get the Cyclops, and try to bring it back down, but now I'm challenged. So you know what? We're going to try. It's very simple. I'm not going to read what you said in chat, but it also made me laugh very hard. As did, there was a great thing that, I mean, it wasn't a great thing. It was a potentially incredibly easy to misinterpret thing that Cobalt said on Thursday's show that was then reposted in the post-stream thread. And I didn't comment that I laughed, but I did click the upvote because it made me laugh. God, he's good.
Calorie intake recommended.
I feel that, man. I am hungry. Okay. Where to? Save? Absolutely not. The routes on the right are closer? Yo, that doesn't seem makeable, though. If only you had a grappling hook. Look, this is not a problem-focused organization. This is a solution-focused organization. Good idea. Let's just go straight up. See realistically how high can we go. We can definitely get high enough to go here. No! Unreal Physics Engine. Cut me down in my prime. I'm safe. Okay. In hindsight, by the way, I definitely wish that I had chosen to build the grappling hook. No doubt that's on me. You son of a bitch. So I think we go for this rock up here. All right, well. Let's go get the Cyclops. Painful as it is. What's your favorite 3 Days Grace song? Most polite way to describe it is that I guess I haven't heard it yet. A little worried about the O2. Grubhub offered me free delivery, so I picked the place with the most expensive delivery available. Yo, we have that too now. DoorDash is offering like free, well, not free delivery, I should say, but it's like a $10 monthly fee, and then all deliveries are free. Not all. All participating restaurants are free. So if you order DoorDash like 3 times a month from participating restaurants, is like highly advantageous. 3 times a month is like very realistic. Yo, what's up with the music, dude? Okay, let's save again. Because now, worst case scenario, we lost a prawn suit. But we got all that information and advanced the story a little bit. Now. Cannot build prawn suit stuff in here. I think I have to go to the moon pool. Alright, let's go, boys. I've driven a moving truck before in my life. How much harder could this be? Gotta watch out for that. I'm with you, Chad. Why do they call it a moving truck? Aren't all trucks moving trucks? How could one drive a truck that is stationary? And why are they so small? Yeah, I mean moving, like moving, like you'd put stuff in it that could move, yeah, like a Marie Kondo situation.
Warning, external hull damage detected.
This strikes me as a problem.
Hull integrity low. Warning, creature attack. Fire detected. Hull integrity critical.
Okay, bounce, get out of here. Engines off.
Powering down.
Ah! Let's go, boys. This is a rescue operation. Bless you, Kate. Not my light controls.
Fire detected.
Okay, step one. You take care of all the fires. Why are you coughing so much, dude? It's okay. Step two, repairs. Sounds like mouth after one too many Long Island iced teas. Let me out! There's still a fire in there? Yeah, but just like a little one, maybe. Oh, good. It's the same break where you can't actually fix it from earlier. Dude, this thing got beaten up. What happened to the mouth marine? Big scary fish from the Final Fantasy standalone movie. It's causing all sorts of problems. Alright, take a deep breath, brother. Yo, the air's getting cleaner. I think we're good. Where? Ah! Oh my god.
Fire.
Hell yes.
Air scrubbers initiated.
I told you, it's basically the easiest operation of my entire life.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Love that the prawn suit only has physics enabled when you're inside of it. Allow me to try this one more time just to get up to the top of the tree and dock with the Cyclops yourself. Imagine losing the Cyclops here. It's no big deal. It's just, you know, like an 8-kilometer swim to get home. There you go. Okay. Next step. We're getting this blue boy right here. No! Life's good. Okay. Next step. We're going up, boys. Mission complete. Oh, baby. One second, I need to get some water. I'm dehydrated. No, I'm cool with water. Thank you. Hold on, I'm gonna get a quick snack too. I'm back, and I brought honeydew chunks. Sorry, honeydew chungus. Yo, those are out of season, my man. Goddamn organic honeydew.
Powering up.
It ain't got the sweetness I'm looking for. Hold on, you're right. I need some Marby melons first. Excuse me. Thank you. I can't do silent running. Were I to live in a world where there was no power concerns, I would love to do silent running. But I think it takes so much power, I might not be able to make it out of here. Alright, here we go, boys. It's the bottom of the submarine. This is the top. What have I done? Oh, Jesus Christ! And the physics do not like this. Yo, Jacko card, thank you. And Malandrajum, thank you as well. All right, boys. We're just gonna back her in. We're just backing it up. Beep. Beep. There you go. Put the butt end down a little bit. That's fine. I'm not scared. It's just a little baby creature.
Warning. External countdown detected.
It is not just a little baby creature. Just keep her coming.
File detected.
Keep her coming. You got plenty of room. Alright. This is a loadable situation. We have to do silent running. Otherwise, we're going to have to deal with that guy. Dude, it took so much time to go on this adventure. And it's been so not worth it.
Power only. Oxygen production offline. Rigged for silent running.
Dude, this honeydew makes me understand why some people don't like honeydew. It's a low tier honeydew. I've had a lot. I genuinely think if you don't like honeydew, you just haven't had good honeydew. But this honeydew is bad. Okay, so here's. I think you gotta put the front end down a little bit. Honeydew is not a garbage melon. Wrong. So we're gonna back it out. We're gonna do what's known as a 3-point turn or a J turn. So here's how you do it. You back her out. And you put yourself like 270 degrees-ish this way. Then you're gonna pivot that camera. And you're gonna start working her out like this. Hello, my Leviathan friend. Just be cool. Eat some honeydew. I will never honk.
Warning, creature attack.
Well.
Warning, external hull damage detected. Ahead flanked, emergency speed. Warning, vessel calculating. Excessive noise.
That's 11% power, see?
Warning, engine overheat ahead standard. Warning, creature attack. Warning, fire detected.
That's okay. Dude, I think we made it. I dropped a piece of honeydew on the ground. What a disaster. It's a fruit that picks up all dirt immediately. That goes into the garbage can.
Warning, fire detected.
Is this the "You're Safe" music? Hold on, I'm just getting out of harm's way.
Engine powering down.
Let's go, boy. Let me down.
Fire.
Let's go.
Air scrubbers initiated.
I was very afraid, although I couldn't say it, because I only had like 25% of the life of my fire extinguisher left. Save. Dude, that was a long mission. Now, there was never a doubt in my mind, of course, that I was going to make it through. But, you know, I understand not everybody has that same degree of confidence. Head back to the base. A convenient ending point. That's like the end of, you know, the song Red Barchetta. Race back to the farm to be with my uncle at the fireside. Doom da doom da doom da doom da doom. All right, boys. Back to base is the final step. Please? What's the problem? All right. No problem. Don't you dare. I honestly think we're gonna make it. Like, I think it does pretty well with power. I apologize for the crunching, but like, dude, nobody's more mad about it than me. A proper honeydew should not crunch. It should go like, this is crunk, crunk, crunk. I don't know why people are so anti-honeydew. I was talking about it on Twitter with Rumble Muffin. You know, melon gets such a bad rap in my opinion. It blew my mind when I found out that there's not a consensus, but perhaps a plurality on the internet of people who think watermelon is a bad fruit. I grew up thinking that watermelon was the king of the fruits. Dude, it's not that far from our base, actually. Should have picked an easier food to eat and then talk about or talk through simultaneously. But, you know, I wonder if you just haven't had good watermelon. And I know I say this because watermelon strikes me as just like the universal, like, good fruit. It's just like, it's just a sweet, like, glucose hit. Watermelon's tasteless? See, that's where I'm like, dude. The watermelon out of season it's just like it's an al dente ice cube. Watermelon that's, you know, in season is like a piece of candy. It's beautiful. Every time you say human taste buds are universal, I roll my eyes at you. You have to recognize that when I have these conversations, I'm also coming from the perspective of somebody who deals with an audience on a genuine, or on a, not on a genuine, on a consistent basis that is like, kale tastes like poisoned garbage bags. So, you know, like, I have to, you lose the benefit of the doubt at that point, I think. And people are like, again, I'm not saying human taste buds are universal. I'm just saying there's a remarkable group of people, like, in terms of percentage, that are like, they hate the same foods and think that the ideal food is a fillet of chicken breast coated in panko and then deep fried. You know what I mean? How can it not be universal if so many... Oh, I gotta turn up the engines. If so many people agree that that's the dream food. My mom made a great kale salad, but she also refused to let her kids see the doctor. See, that's where, like... like, we're dealing on the West Coast right now, we're dealing with a measles outbreak, right? And as much as I talk about, like, West Coast culture, I'm like, you know, they're like, hey, oh, they got some essential oils here. You don't need a vaccine anymore. Although I read a study that actually said that the West Coast, has a lower percentage of anti-vaxxers than the rest of the United States of America. But, you know, it was a couple of years old. Okay, you're right. I read the summary of the study. I didn't read the study itself. But either way, I'm like, hey, idiots. What if you just, like, ate kale because it tastes good and is good for you, but then also vaccinated your kids because it's also good for you? Like, you can just have, you can eat a kale salad for dinner and then simultaneously also take your kids to the doctor to get them, like, you know, the measles, mumps, rubella shot. The West Coast would be too strong. We'd be unstoppable out here without the great filter of diseases that we eradicated 20 years ago. and are just now coming back. I'm thinking about making the gun, because the one in front of the gun lives forever. Computer chip, battery, magnetite, titanium. Let's do that. It's basically computer chip is what we need. So we need we need 2 table corals, gold and copper wire. I just got a bunch of table coral, and then some gold and some copper, dude. So the way that it worked, Kate, I don't know if you read the news on this. There is a measles outbreak in Vancouver right now. It's because, like, you know, this dude and his wife didn't get their kids vaccinated 12 years ago, and then they went on vacation, and they came back, and were like, hey, do you think it could be the measles? We didn't get him vaccinated. And the doctors, the way he described it, is the doctors were like, it's probably not measles, because, you know, we conquered that disease. So we're going to test you for, like, malaria and other stuff. And then, you know, later they were like, yeah, it turns out it's measles. But I think his kids go to a private school that may not require the children to be vaccinated before they're released into Gen Pop, which might have been how it managed to sneak through there. He did say, I mean, here's the thing. This is going to sound ridiculous. I feel kind of bad for the father in the sense that he was like, you know, I mean, he's dumb because he did say, like, you know, well, 10 years ago there was a lot of debate over it. No, there wasn't. You're just, I mean, you made a mistake, okay? 10 years ago you may have believed that there was a lot of debate over it, but there really was never a lot of debate. There was Jenny McCarthy on MTV going like, you know, I think I have a hunch that this might happen. I need the storage here. But he's like, I regret it now, and like if I could go back, I would definitely vaccinate them. And I was like, oh. If only there was like a completely obvious way that we could have avoided this whole situation. But then, I don't know, because some people are like, Canadians, and this is true in the US, you know, it's the same thing, you know? Like, there's political turmoil in the US, and then if somebody yells at someone at a restaurant over something that's more heinous than being yelled at a restaurant, people will come out of the woodwork and be like, you know, well, we need civility in these times. That's what we really need. It's the same situation here, where, like, the dad is like, yeah, you know, a couple of people have died because of the measles that I willfully let my son get. And some of the reporters are like, but what we really need right now is to just have sympathy for him and know that he's going through a hard time, and, you know, that, you know, things were different 12 years ago. And I'm like, maybe what this guy needs is to be, like, not incarcerated, but publicly shamed and, you know, made an example of, so that people know to vaccinate your kids, dumbass. So it doesn't happen again. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. What have I done? You can also charge up the shot. Well, you started this by saying you feel bad for him. I do, but not to the extent that I think he should be, like, absolved. I feel bad for him to the extent that, like, you know, a decision you made 10 years ago when you were dumb can, you know, still reflect badly on you now. But at the same time, like, you know, that's what I kind of hate this phrase, but I sort of see it like, you know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, There was consensus on vaccines 10 years ago, because there was consensus on vaccines, you know, 150 years ago. If anything, I feel bad for the kids. I'll give you that. It's target practice. Oh! I missed, but still. Like, I guess here's the only way I can say that I feel bad. And that's, it seems like by not acting, you're not taking a side. You're like, you know, it could go either way. I'm not 100%, this is not me saying this is a straw man, but, you know, maybe you're thinking to yourself, I'm not 100% on board with vaccines, so I'm going to opt out by just not giving my kid a vaccine. And what you don't realize, because you're short-sighted and also maybe a little dumb in the situation, is that opting out of a vaccine is a radical action at the end of the day. You can't just stall and then have a science, you know. The thing is, there would never be a situation where, like, a scientist would come out and be like, vaccines are real, and they would believe it, because they obviously don't believe it to begin with, and that's already what the situation is. Oh, hello, little man. But like, you might think like, hey, you know, this is a difficult situation. I don't want to make a rash decision. And then by not making a rash decision, you know, you've led to the reintroduction of a, you know, dangerous disease that we basically surpassed as a species. But, you know, whatever. No big deal, right? Ah! Just a kid died. No big deal. I'm just stalling here. You gotta eat these last 3 chunks of honeydew. I can't eat them all at once. They're too big. Kate, what are you gonna play on your